Today we are either going to a rave or we are talking about a new low vision aid that can help light up your world. Hey guys, it's Sam with The Blind Life. Welcome back to the channel where I help you learn how to live your best blind life. So let me turn this off here so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see me. Today we're talking about light-up glasses from a European company called LESS. And these glasses, which are called VisiAid, V-I-S-I-A-I-D, project a super bright, high-quality light from the frame. They discovered that this high-quality directional lighting could be used to help with low vision. And if you've watched my videos for any length of time, you know that I always talk about how lighting is one of the key things, one of the best things you can do to help with low vision. And especially high quality directional task lighting, which is what the VisiAid basically does. One thing that's super interesting about VisiAid is that these are not LEDs. The light you're seeing is actually coming from a nanoactive fiber that emits light from the side. This is a proprietary technology from the company LESS, L-E-S-S, and the technology is called LuxiBright, or it might be LuxiBright, L-U-X-I-B-R-I-G-H-T. But because these aren't LEDs, there's absolutely no electricity or even heat dissipation through the glasses. Well, they've taken their technology and they've put them into these glasses frames. There's no lenses in these glasses. They don't help with any type of optics or anything like that. They're simply a hands-free way to get this high-quality task lighting right in front of your eyes, pointed right at whatever you need that lighting for. The other feature of their special technology is that there's hardly any glare. When you're wearing the glasses, all of the light is projected forwards. There's very little light leakage or glare going into your eyes, which is great, especially in low light situations. Light glare in the dark can make it really hard to see at night. Think of you're out walking around and there's a car coming at you and the headlights are super bright. It makes it really difficult for you to see anything around you. That's what I'm talking about. Well, we don't get that with the VisiAids. All of that light is projected forwards, which is fantastic. So not only do we get great, high quality, bright white task lighting, but it's also adjustable. I can make it brighter or dimmer depending on my needs. All right, turn that off again. So let's talk about the form factor a little bit here. The frames are plastic, but they're not like super cheap plastic. It does feel very sturdy. The temples, the arms of your glasses have that spring-loaded flaring out to accommodate much larger heads, like my own. But it still fits fine on my big head. It still feels comfortable. You'll notice there's a cable hanging down. Well, it's not actually a cable. It's actually just protection for that optical fiber. And speaking of the cable that's hanging down, which once again isn't really a cable because it doesn't conduct any kind of electricity or power or anything like that. It's simply protecting that optical fiber, but it feels like super high quality. It kind of feels like a braided rubber material, but feels extremely strong, which makes sense. I mean, it's protecting that fiber, so you would expect it to be strong. But it definitely doesn't feel like it's going to pop out or it's going to break or anything like that. And then the cable goes down to your control box. It's about the size of a deck of cards, and you have a button/dial on top. Pressing the button will turn the lights on and off. Spinning the dial clockwise, counterclockwise, blah, 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 blah. Spinning the dial clockwise, counterclockwise will increase or decrease the light amount. Now, this is not a battery pack. You might think it is, but it is not a battery pack. You have a power port on the bottom to which you plug in the provided power plug. So on its own, the VisiAid is not portable. If you want to make it portable, you have to get the portable power pack, the PPP, which is part of the different accessories you can get for the VisiAid depending on your needs. So we have a portable power pack. We also have a little stand for sitting at a desk and using the VisiAid at a workstation or at a desk if you were going to be reading or whatever you're doing there. So your desktop stand here, the controller just slides right in and clicks in there. and then you would plug the desktop stand into the power cable into the wall to provide power. And then this just kind of sits off to the side, and if you need to turn it on, turn it off, adjust the lighting, it's right there ready for you. And this is going to be great for anybody that sits at a station, at a workstation, and does work that they need some good task lighting for. Obviously, you could just plug the control box right into the wall, power cable coming out of the wall. But then you've got this just kind of laying around on the desk, and it might just move around a little too easy and fall off the table. So, like I said, it's good to have this little stand, and you could even put some double-sided adhesive on the bottom of the stand to really stick it down to your desk surface. But a lot of people are probably going to want to be portable with this, and they're going to want to carry it around. Well, that's where the little portable power pack, I don't know if that's the official name, but that's what I call it. That's where that comes into play. You have a rechargeable battery on the back here, and you can use the same power cable to charge up this battery. Then when you want to walk around, you simply slide the controller into the power pack here. There's a little hole on the bottom here where you can insert the cable and plug it into the controller box. And now you have portable power going into the box, and I can turn on the lights. One thing to note is that because this does have such a powerful power, let me see if I can put that in a more articulate way. Because this is drawing so much power, there is actually a fan built into the controller. So there is a little bit of fan noise coming out of the controller box. Let me see if you guys can hear it. But it's not too bad. Definitely when you're out and about, this is sitting on your belt with the belt clip, or it's down in a pocket, maybe in a backpack. You're not even going to hear that fan at all. Something else that's really cool about the VisiAid is that they're actually fit over frames. This means you can wear them by themselves, or you can wear them over top of prescription glasses. See? Fit over frames. Makes sense. I've had the VisiAid for a couple of weeks now, and I've been using it in a bunch of different situations. It's great for low light environments, even walking around outside at night. But you can even use this in regular bright environments, but maybe you just need a little extra light on a specific subject. It works for that as well. I even took this to a recent conference where I was able to use it in a lot of low light situations. It made it super helpful navigating dark hallways, used it for reading signs. I even used it in the elevator to see the buttons a little bit better. There's just a ton of situations where this could be helpful. So if you are interested in picking up the VisiAid for yourself, I will have links in the video description down below. I'll even include a discount code. If you use the discount code BLINDLIFE10, all capital letters, all one word, you'll get an additional 10% off the price of the VisiAid. So check it out. Links in the video description down below. Huge thank you to Les, the company behind the VisiAid, for sending this unit out to me. If you'd like to learn more about me and what I do, check out my website, theblindlife.net. There you can find links to all my other social media, including the podcast, the Blind Life Podcast, available on all the major podcast platforms. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sam with The Blind Life. I will see you next time.